Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Friday, May 24, 2019. I'm Dave. This is Let's Have a Chat. And it's Forbes Friday. That's what we're talking about. Ripped from the headlines of Forbes.com. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of great stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of stuff. And it's going to be huge. But it's also good. And it's business. It's about business. And sometimes there's good news. There's bad news. A couple of weeks back, I talked about Ford Motor Company meeting, trying to rearrange and take care of things up at the top. Well, it didn't work out that way, but we kind of figured that was going to happen. Is you restructured the top, everything else below it. So you eliminate this individual in this position. Well, everybody else, you just eliminate the entire section, the entire division, and poof, they're gone. So what happens? Well, that's life. Alrighty, so let's keep talking. So we're talking about John Wick, Netflix, and a couple of DoorDash too. So Netflix, they got like about 170 days to get themselves in order, get a plan going, because in about 170 days, Disney launches their online service. And right away, they're going for the jugular. Now, Disney's going to be able to take all that they have now, all the movies, all the shows, everything, and just slam them out there. And anything that has not been released now will be released. Everything that was locked up in the Disney vaults, guess what? That's where they're going to. So that being the case, Netflix, they started it. They're the pathfinders, but what have they done lately? Again, relevancy. It's about remaining relevant. And if all you're just doing is resting on your laurels of Orange is the New Black, well, that show's just about coming to an end. What have you got? And I know they've got others, and they got other stuff in the works. I mean, they've dumped in a couple $100 million just in production. But is that enough to stop people from, well, leaving, jumping ship? Because I know I left ship, and it's one of those things. So what are they going to do about customer retention? Let's keep an eye on them, but remember, the clock is ticking for Netflix, and Disney better deliver. And Hulu and everybody else, all those other online streaming services, now is the great opportunity for them to go ahead and kick up their game as well, because you never know. You never know. John Wick 3, the third movie in the installment, the series of John Wick, the man, the myth, the legend, and his dog. Well, it's a sensation on Fortnite. 2 movies down, $100 million this week alone in John Wick 3. And what is that saying? Franchises are selling. That's it. That's what's going on. So let's see what's happening. I mean, look, I just found out Star Wars is going to have a 10th movie in the series. So it's just kind of like, wow. Or another one, but that's not until later on. And originally, George Lucas, when he developed Star Wars, it was just 9, 3 in the present, 3 in the past, 3 in the future, and well, we're here at the 9th one this Christmas, December 20th, The Rise of Skywalker. So let's see. But again, that's what the fans want. So that's kind of what's happening with John Wick. So let's keep an eye on that, see what happens. Is there a John Wick 4? It's my understanding from an interview that I saw with Keanu Reeves that he's been working real hard on John Wick 1 and 2 to get this part in John Wick 3. So kudos to him. And maybe that's what's paying off. So we'll see what happens there. DoorDash, food delivery service. Seems that the food delivery service thing is still hot. It's a hot commodity. So those of you that are interested in getting into that, this might be the time to do that. Because again, they just finished raising a $600 million startup. And what's next? Who is next? That's the question. Because if there's that much money just being dumped in, I think it's something like a 66, or I'm not even going to go with the valuation. I totally forgot it, but it's huge. All that means is the money's out there and there's a reason for delivering the service. And it could just, you know what, this all ties in. Look at Netflix, look at Hulu, look at Amazon, look at Amazon Prime, look at Disney. They're all working to keep you at home. Guess what DoorDash is going to do? It's going to ensure that you're home, but you get that restaurant-style food, that food that you go out for. Well, now it's going to get brought to you, and everybody seems to be doing it. So you see how it all kind of ties in? So they're all anticipating that we're going to be staying in. Something to think about. It's coming up. It's going to happen. Next, the Indianapolis 500 this weekend. Let's see what happens there. I know people just watch it for the crashes, but things have not been going so good for them. Ratings-wise, they're slowly inching back up. I know in the 90s it was like it was a blur. Oh, they had it, and that was kind of it. Early 2000s, it slowly started picking up, and then now it's really starting to become a thing again. I remember when I was a kid, it was a thing. It was really cool. It was really neat to watch, a lot of fun, but it just kind of like, you just see people driving in a circle. What about that? Making a left-hand turn the whole time. So they need to do like a figure eight. That might just be the thing. But that's besides the point. So we're talking about a little bit out of Forbes.com, and that's what Forbes Friday is about. It's just kind of look at the business side, look at how it applies on leadership, how it applies to us in the real world, and we take that and we turn it around a little bit. So all it is about customer retention, keeping seats on the sofa, in this case now, not seats in a movie theater, because I think pretty much what's the next great thing? I saw a photo of something in Europe where they actually have kind of sofas in their own little cubicle. So it's kind of like a at the sports stadiums, those I forgot what they're called, the booths, oh my goodness, the little and it just popped in my head, I totally forgot. The suites, there we go, and it's kind of little suites, and that might just be the only thing, but again, they already deliver food, they already deliver drinks, what else is there? So we'll see, but now we'll see what's going on, make it happen. So listen, I'm going to make this, well, it's already gone longer than I wanted it to, but hey, listen, it's Friday, it's Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget about what Memorial Day is all about, to honor the fallen. So remember them, and you can't, just remember them. And think that we live in a country that has men and women like that that had gone and done what they had to do, and unfortunately didn't come home. So let's honor them. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Have yourself a great weekend. Be safe, and I will talk to you. Well, I'll talk to you on Monday. Have a good one.